Hi students, this is Jay Chandra, Physics Resource Person from Sri Chaitanya Techno Schools. The chapter Electric Current is very important in state boards and also competitive examinations like NTSE, NSO, IAPT like examinations. Today we will discuss in detail about this chapter. To understand this chapter, we must know what is electricity. Electricity is the branch of physics which deals with the study of behavior of electrons. Electricity is divided into two parts. They are static electricity and current electricity. Students, let us define what is static electricity. It is the branch of electricity which deals with the study of behavior of electrons at rest. Once again, I will say the branch of electricity which deals with the study of behavior of electrons at rest. Let us go to the immediate next one, current electricity. The branch of physics which deals with the study of behavior of electrons in motion. Once again, my dear students, the branch of electricity which deals with the study of behavior of electrons in motion. Now, this is the major part to understand our chapter. From this, I will give you the electric current, electric potential, potential difference, EMF, etc. The electric current, the rate of flow of charge passing through the cross section of the conductor is called electric current. The formula of electric current I is equal to net charge Q divided by time. Here in simplified form I am writing I is equal to Q by T, that is equal to N QE by T, and the SI unit is ampere. Students, once again, what is the SI unit of electric current? It is ampere. Here I wrote N. What is the meaning of N, students? This is the number of free electrons in that conductor, and QU is the charge of an electron. So, based on this, a small problem will come, like in this way. Okay, once again, by knowing this Q by T formula, we have another unit to measure electric current. See here, students, this is N, it has no units. QE, it is the charge of the electron measured in Coulomb, and this is the time. Time is measured in seconds. So therefore, look at this. This is Coulomb divided by second. That means 1 ampere is also equal to 1 Coulomb per 1 second. That means ampere or Coulomb per second is the unit of electric current. We will do a problem based on electric current and its formula. The problem is a charge of 2 coulombs passes through the conductor in 2 minutes. Calculate the electric current in it. So when the problem is given like this, you please write the given data. See, what you can see in this case, the given data says that a charge Q is equal to 2 coulombs. Yes or no? See, a charge of 2 coulombs. So I am writing that as like this. Charge Q is equal to 2 coulombs. Next line, in this problem, the conductor in 2 minutes, that means time is equal to 2 minutes. I am writing time T is equal to 2 minutes. Students, this case you have to concentrate maximum. Time is always must be taken in seconds. If it is given in hours, you convert that hours into seconds. If it is given in minutes, you convert that also into seconds. Okay? Now I am converting 2 minutes into seconds. You know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Sir, no? Yes? Now I got this as 120 seconds. Okay? Now after writing the data, you will have to write the formula. Students, I already told you that formula for current. What is that? I is equal to Q divided by time, isn't it? So once again, current I is equal to Q divided by time. Can I write now? I am writing. So current I is equal to Q by T. See here, I want to find, I am writing I as it is, and what is Q here? It is 2 divided by, what is time here? 120 seconds. So I am writing 120 seconds. Now I am cancelling, since 2 ones, 2 60s. So the answer is 1 by 60 amperes. Even you can say that, so I got this in terms of coulombs, this is in terms of seconds. I can write even coulomb per second. Yeah, true. You can write like this. The electric current is measured by an ammeter. I mean, what is the device used to measure the electric current? The device used to measure electric current is ammeter. The ammeter possesses some internal resistance. The internal resistance of an ideal ammeter is 0. And how we can connect ammeter in the circuits? This is always connected in series in the circuit. Now, the electric current in terms of drift speed. Dear students, based on this, you can expect a question in state board examinations. Now, this current I is equal to N, the number of electrons, into QE, the charge of an electron, into area of cross section of the conductor, into the drift speed. The drift speed is having a value of 10 to the power of -4 meter per second. The drift speed of an electron is influenced by an electric field. The electric field is always coming into picture when there is a potential difference. What is that, my students? I said that the drift speed has a value about 10 to the power of -4 meter per second. The drift speed of electron is caused by electric field. This electric field is mainly due to the potential difference or electric potential. The electric potential is the cause of this drift speed. Drift speed is the cause of electric current. Once again, the flow I said, electric potential causes drift speed. The drift speed is resulting electric current. We will discuss electric potential. Electric potential V. The amount of work done to bring unit positive charge from infinity to a point is called electric potential. Electric potential V is equal to work done divided by charge. This is the formula. The formula is V is equal to W by Q. The SI unit is volt. Students, you know the formula of V is equal to W by Q. You know very well the unit of work done. Come on, say, what is the unit of work done? It is joule. And the charge we discussed earlier, the SI unit of charge is coulomb. Come on, students, say the other unit of potential. It is joule per coulomb. The SI unit of electric potential is volt or joule per coulomb. The electric potential is measured by voltmeter. I said earlier, electric current is measured by an ammeter. Now, the electric potential is measured by voltmeter. The internal resistance of voltmeter is very high. The ideal voltmeter possesses infinite internal resistance. Is most important multiple choice question. What is the internal resistance of an ideal voltmeter? Come on, tell me the answer. It is infinite. How we can connect voltmeters in the circuits? The voltmeter is always connected in parallel in the circuits. How we can connect voltmeters? We always connect voltmeters in parallel in the circuit. Let us define electric potential of 1 volt. If amount of work done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to a point is 1 joule, then electric potential is said to be 1 volt. The problem is given like this. If 10 joules of work is done to bring 0.5 coulomb, once again see this, it is 0.5 coulomb of charge from infinity to a point, then find the electric potential V. So what we have to do, my dear students, first of all, we will have to write the data given in the problem. Can you say the data what is there in the problem? Let us find the data. First, they mentioned work done W is equal to, come on, what the value of work done in the problem? It is 10 joule. Next, the charge How much charge we are bringing? It is 0.5 coulombs, right? Now this is 0.5 coulombs. If any value comes like this, you write that in the form of fraction. So I am writing 0.5 as 5 by 10. Next part is the formula. Come on, what is the formula of electric potential? As I told you earlier, V is equal to W by Q, isn't it? Now I am substituting the values what I know. Come on, let us do that. V is equal to W, in that case, is 10 divided by Q, it is 5 divided by 10. So I am writing this as 5 divided by 10. This 10 is denominator of the denominator. 5 divided by 10. This 10 is denominator of the denominator. So denominator of the denominator will become numerator. So I am writing this as like this. 10 already is there. Now this 10 is denominator of the denominator. It is numerator divided by 5. So I am cancelling this with 5 table. 5 ones, 5 twos. Come on, what is the value of V now? It is 20 volts. You got it? Okay. So once again, how I did this problem solution? So first of all, I wrote the given data. So the given data is present in the problem. Work done, W is equal to 10 joules. The charge, Q is equal to 0.5 coulomb. What did I say, students? If fraction is given like this, if decimal point is given like this, you convert that into fraction. It is 5 divided by 10 coulomb. Now write the formula. You know the formula, V is equal to W by Q, and substitute the value of W, the value of charge, that is 10 divided by 5 by 10. Students, I told you, if denominator is there, that is 5 divided by 10. And what is 10 here? It is the denominator of the denominator. The denominator of the denominator will become, say, what? It is numerator. I wrote. I did simplification. With that, we got 20 volts. So like these problems will come in board exams. Students, will discuss the next content, electric potential difference, or simply you can say potential difference PD. It is defined as the amount of work done to bring unit positive charge from one point to another point. So here I am taking the 2 points as A and B. I mean point A and point B. At point B, the potential is VB. At point A, the potential is VA. The difference between VB and VA is the electric potential difference between 2 points. That is equal to work done by charge. So you know that the potential unit, it is volt. So the same unit is used here to measure electric potential difference. You know students, how to write the other unit of potential difference. Go to the formula, work done. The unit of work done is joule. The unit of charge is coulomb. So therefore, the other unit of potential difference is joule per coulomb. Like electric potential, here potential difference is also measured by voltmeter. It is always measured between any 2 points in a circuit. It is always measured between any 2 points in a circuit. That means the circuit must be a closed circuit. In that, current must pass under the influence of electric field. Next content is electromotive force. Simply you can say EMF. Electromotive force is also named as EMF. EMF. It is defined as the amount of work done by the chemical force to move electrons from positive terminal to negative terminal inside the source is known as electromotive force. We can say that in different words. The amount of work done by the chemical force to move electrons from negative terminal to positive terminal externally in the circuit. It is measured in volts and it is also measured by voltmeter. It is measured across the two terminals of a cell in open circuit. Once again, this is very important point, dear students. It is measured across the two terminals of a cell in open circuit. Next point, during discharging, EMF is greater than potential difference. So these points I told you. Number one, the definition. Number two, measured in volts, measured by voltmeter. It is always measured between 2 points in a cell in open circuit, and EMF is greater than PD during discharge. These points you can write in case of EMF. I told you that PD potential difference also. There also I told these many points. You can write the answer to the question, write the differences between potential difference and EMF. Okay, so next class is the content I am saying about Ohm's law.